What a sight Iowa Speedway is today. Sold out, packed out, energy in abundance for a very crucial race in the big picture scheme of things.
But no bigger name than the driver rolling off second. Kyle Larson, the defending champion, is nearly on a 50-race winless streak.
This racetrack, it's fast, it's slick, it's rough.
One little slip by anybody can end their day.
NASCAR is back in Iowa, and this is the Ethanol. The Iowa Corn 350 powered by Ethanol. Let's go! Racing towards the chase. Kyle Larson in the 5 on the inside. Gets a good jump. He's on that low side inside Blaney.
Blaney, the pole sitter, chose the outside, and it pays off as he rolls the top of 1 and 2, takes control of the race.
Austin Dillon in the 3 for RCR. As we look at him, with thanks to Busch Light on board Ross Chastain, they've both got the same objective today to get their first win of the season. That's Reddick! Reddick into Jones, both in the wall!
Big ramification when we look at the chase standings later in the day. Let's see what happens, Jeff.
You see right here, the 45 goes to the bottom of the racetrack, and right there, he is loose. Before he gets to the bottom, we've seen it over and over. And a good job by all these guys missing this wreck. See, Reddick turns, and right here, you saw it bounce through those bumps. He's got a short entry, meaning the 43 is on the outside of him. He's got to turn sooner than he wants to. Watch how quick it comes around. As soon as he goes through those bumps, it's around on him. He has no time to catch it.
My pedals just went long. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I agree.
This morning in the garage area, I caught up with Denny while he watched his team replacing brake rotors and also adding cooling to his race car at the front end where the brakes are. But they were not allowed to change brake pads by rule. And I said, is that going to put you in a bad spot? He told me, you know what? I think the only thing I'm going to be able to do is to go slow. The one part, Steve, that they wanted to change to really make a difference, they're not allowed to. And so this is going to make a big impact.
Kyle Larson got a good jump. We go back into that Poet restart zone. Let's go. Let's try and get into some racing rhythm. And again, like the initial start, Larson looks good, but watch that 12. Watch Blaney. And very similar to the first start. Highline works great. Larson tucks in. He's got Ty Gibbs behind and Joey Logano down low. Great opening portion of this race for Austin Dillon. Watch the 3. There it is right there.
So about 15 laps ago, Steve, he reported this.
Engine's starting to miss.
Like a engine miss?
Yep.
Okay, make sure alternator switch is turned up.
No, it wasn't turned up. You gotta tell me. Yeah, I'm flat, lost cylinders or something. Get ready.
Alternator switch not turned on. So, Steve, how long can these cars run? I mean, it was only 25 laps without the alternator charging the battery.
Yeah, so it sounds to me by that radio, to your point, Dave, that the alternator was shut off. It'll do that at times for extra power on the initial start. You know, if you have brake fans, I'm not exactly sure his alternator load, but perhaps it just got low enough on literally power, like electrical power, that the car wouldn't fire completely. And it was running flat. I had thought it was blowing up completely because he was losing spots. He still looks a touch off the pace, but much closer than when he looked a few laps ago. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it.
And this is Joey Logano. Let's take you back a few moments ago. Jeff, have a look what happened.
Whoa! Yeah, wow. Just a little bit of a misjudge. Contact right there. He ended up getting by. Larson is now driven away from him. I talked to Larson this morning, and he was not very optimistic.
Impressive set of corners by Ryan Blaney to roll around the outside of the 9. Ryan Preece with the big wiggle. You can see the back completely unhooked on corner entry. That's going to make the job much easier for the 12. Chase Elliott very thankful because he follows him through to stay in that free pass position.
Whoa, big loose.
Whoa.
Nice job of saving it.
That's Denny Hamlin, by the way.
Woo. Wow. That is a handful. The 12 of Blaney has been trying to put Suarez a lap down.
So Suarez being lapped will determine who the free pass car is, but I will tell you the battle behind these two is battling as well. The 9 is really locked up at the 17 of Buescher. I think they've got it sorted out at the moment. They do. It could be your whole race, whether you kind of figure it out or not. Oh, Buscher's going to dive to the inside of the 9. He's unable to do it. The 9 will power back on the outside.
Stage 1 goes to Ryan Blaney, and he continues to add to an already impressive collection of points with his 5th stage win of the season. He's tied for the most.
We were just talking about the 54 of Ty Gibbs and having a clean race. We'll watch this right rear, right side up, but the jack gets dropped before the right rear is tight, forcing the jack man to come back and jack it up. Now, wisely, the team at this point came onto pit road 4th, off from pit road in 28th. So after they get down on the left side, they sit there for a minute and make a chassis adjustment. Crew Chief Tyler Allen knows back in traffic this 54 is going to be a big challenge. The 77 also looked at that engine issue. Listen in.
He thinks from what he heard right there that it's probably valve train related and nothing that we can really do. We're going to get called all the way back up, come back in. We're going to pop the hood and make sure it's nothing obvious that these guys can work their way through.
There you have it.
Yeah, there's nothing that we can fix. So we're just going to have to slug it out.
So it doesn't sound like it's battery related. Valve train, probably, I'm going to guess, valve spring or something in the upper end of the engine. Just going to be a day for the 77 of patience and try to score points.
That was Luke Lambert, the crew chief. He's got a quick shot off. Green flies. Let's go. Ryan Blaney, who's led all 78 laps, has his teammate right alongside. Joey Logano on the low side, fresh from his win in North Wilkesboro, wants to keep this positive late season run going. Larson has company with Bell. Briscoe's in there, and Ross Chastain had a really encouraging opening stage. He's in that light blue Busch Light car down on the low side, car 1.
Yeah, Chastain did a great job through 1 and 2 on that restart, taking the fight to Larson.
Been a good opening stage 2 for Connor Zilic. It's been quiet and uneventful. He's stayed ahead of Austin Dillon. They're running 7th and 8th. And then Bubba Wallace is in the mix. You'll see the yellow 23. He's inside the top 10. Zane Smith has had a good opening stage and begins this 2nd stage in the right spot as well. Caution's out.
Oh, SVG spun around on the exit of turn 4 or the middle of 3 and 4.
He went around a couple of times here last year at Iowa Speedway.
Doesn't look like anyone's right on his rear bumper, so just a little bit too free probably.
Problems continue and evaluation continues for the 77 of Carson Hocevar.
Pit boxes are long, but there's so many cars on the lead lap. Watch right here. Briscoe goes to leave, and Suarez is coming into his pits. Suarez saw it, actually missed his pit stall, had to back up. This cost the 19 of Briscoe quite a few spots.
7 of Suarez also back to 30th. Didn't have a whole lot of track position, kind of the same for the 7, but.
Restart zone, as they do, as Chase Elliott leads the field back to green. Look at Logano. He's pushing from behind. Larson behind Blaney down on that lower side. And Bubba Wallace, what a race he's had today. From being buried in the pack at the beginning to just methodically working his way forward.
Stenhouse around.
Whoa. Let's have a look at what happened to Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah, let's see 4 wide. Entering turn 3, and that's just not enough room at this racetrack. The track's wide enough, but you can only run in that new asphalt. You get outside of that newer asphalt, there is no grip whatsoever.
May have been a little tag there from Michael McDowell, or did it go by?
Yeah, that's some contact. It's just, you know, 4 cars aren't going to fit in that.
Poet restart zone complete. Let's go. Let's do it again and see if we can build some laps here. It's Elliott and Blaney side by side into turn 1 with Joey Logano right there.
Not quite as successful for the 9 this time. The 12 is door to door. Can the 9 at least stay on the right rear quarter panel of the 12? That'll be the key. Force the 12 to burn those rear tires up, trying to get the power down.
Damaged car yesterday, forced to start near the rear of this field for that Napa Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports. And Chase Elliott has rolled the dice. Different strategy to what the majority around him have played. He stayed out on that last caution.
Blaney almost wrecked both of them in the center of 1 and 2. That opened the door for Bubba Wallace.
Wow, look at the 23 as Blaney gets a little loose. Bubba is on the move.
Yeah, Blaney's been loose this entire run so far. Chase Elliott to the bottom of the racetrack, blocking Bubba Wallace.
Bubba's car turns the middle so impressively to go for the middle lane on exit and drive to the left side of the 9.
This is crazy. Wallace started 26th and is about to take the lead of this motor race. That is some forward momentum. That 23 Hardy's Toyota Camry for 2311 Racing. His teammate, who has had just an incredible opening part of the season, brought out the first caution with a crash and a collision with Eric Jones. So that's handed it over to Bubba to fly the flag for 2311 at the front of this race.
And behind him, Blaney's car seemed to have calmed down a little bit. Bubba Wallace right here, Steve, you talked about it. Right in the middle of the corner, it rotates. He's able to stay in the gas. Runs Chase Elliott up the racetrack. Gave Chase no opportunity to do anything. He had to lift out of the throttle. Yeah. You have to tolerate the looseness into turn one.
Oh, that was a big moment for the 20. I thought that was going to be a day ender for Bell. He gathers it back in. That was a job with that. Good job with that.
You're looking at 8th and 9th here between the teammates Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin.
And as a driver, you're like, I'm glad somebody saw that because I thought that was pretty impressive. Good save.
Wow.
Oh, the 20 wreck. There you go. I knew something was happening.
77 Carson Hocevar around. Caution out again.
Remember, he's been having engine issues.
For the driver who came into this race 5th in the championship points, it has been a frustrating day to say the least.
This will be an interesting situation. 38 green flag laps for the leaders, 51 for Chase Elliott. Let's ride on board with the 77 and see what happens.
Getting worse as I go.
Just spins around. Seems like it's just too loose.
Here they come to the Bushlight pit road. This has been a gift for Chase Elliott. He's going to have to take more fuel than everybody else, but this was a gift.
Dave. He wants those tires as well, and he'll get 4 of them here. He said on the last run it was okay once I settled in. Barely built some air pressure to the right rear he didn't like, so they're going to get some better air pressure for takeoff. Kim.
Bubba Wallace happy with the balance and speed of that race car. Little brake shake, but very minor. He said it is worth noting they had a cracked front rotor yesterday. They didn't change that. Not as big of an issue, though, for them as the JGR Toyotas. Marty.
Ryan Blaney told Jonathan Hassler, well, clearly we were not very good on 2 tires. It just felt very inconsistent that entire run. Way too snappy, loose. You see a varying pit strategy. Some saying out, some going with 2, and some, like Blaney, going with 4.
Great pit call from the 9. Got track position. Execution issues, though. Clean on the right side. Jack drops over to the left. Here you go. You're going to see Jack up, left front off, but slow. They're going to drop the Jack with no left front stalled. He pulls forward, a little damage to the fender. Now they have to get it jacked up. All of that hard work for Chase Elliott, now gone and behind them.
We're speeding through about 6. We passed them all once, we can do it again. Said it, I didn't hear you say go back to green, so I just ran my reds until I noticed while I was gapping the 12.
Simply makes a mistake. Watch it right here. We're riding along with the 12 car. They hit pit road. They should stay right next to each other pretty much. 23 just drives off. But then I feel like Bubba knows it. Watch this. Right there, he starts slowing down.
Either the wrong gear, looking at the wrong thing. To your point, it was clear to Bubba that some sort of error was made.
And the 3 JGR teammates decided to stay out, go for track position. That's Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe through the Poet restart zone. Let's go. Bell and Hamlin. What a day this could be for the championship points leader, Denny Hamlin. Sent to the back. We've well documented the brake issues from yesterday and the concern overnight and the beginning of the day today. And here he is leading. Look at Kyle Larson way out into the gray.
He don't want to be there. He's
and he's in the wall with Bowman. That was a tag team effect, an ongoing effect. Wrong place, wrong time, and a consequence of getting out of shape earlier.
Look at Larson. He is already pushing the issue.
And there's John Hunt and Nemechek. They're side by side. Does Nemechek go high?
So that all works out pretty well right there, but this is where the problem occurs. Nemechek gets up the racetrack. Larson out of the groove, and now they're 4 wide. We saw this earlier. in the corner. Now they're 4 wide corner exit. I bet everybody didn't know they were 4 wide.
Well, Riley Herbst was exiting bottom 3 is the lane he was in, not bottom 4. So right here, contact. 5's trying to blend. And look at the 35 car on the right side. See, he's still angling up, driving the 60 up, driving the 48 up. Riley Herbst just unaware, either no communication from the spotter, doesn't understand. He thought at the pace, maybe he just thought they were going to go by the 5, but either way, 4 cars they just do not fit in 3 lanes of traffic, and that's what tried to happen right there. You could tell Preece is feeling it. He's trying to get out, but you just can't lift right at that moment without getting run over.
When they cross the line, it'll be 56 to go in stage 2, and the teammates are in the top 3 positions. Christopher Bell in the yellow car, the light white blue car, the 11 of Denny Hamlin down low, Briscoe there, Logano on the inside.
How about Ty Gibbs making it 3 wide? What a recovery from that issue on pit road earlier, the bad pit stop. The pass didn't happen there, but he is up inside the top 10, put himself right back into this race with still nearly 200 laps to go.
The defending race winner is there too, Jeff. There's William Byron in the 24.
Oh, yeah, great racing all the way around. Great battle for the lead right here. Denny Hamlin, you can see how early he has to turn and how it hurts the middle of the corner. Christopher Bell able to make a constant radius in the middle of the racetrack.
That's one more reason why I would do everything I could to not lose track position.
Wow.
William Byron was all over the shop. Watch this. Watch the 24.
I mean, that's
a crash.
Hands full.
That's a crash that didn't happen, Jeff.
Great job by SVG here, staying in the lead lap. He's fighting to make this chase, and he needs every point he can get, and staying in the lead lap could have a major difference in the finishing order.
On this final lap of stage 2, the last lap brought to you by Credit One Bank. Byron still chips away on Denny Hamlin. Every stage point counts, and speaking of the most stage points, Christopher Bell gets the maximum by winning stage 2. Hamlin, Byron side by side across the line. Joey Logano comes home second in that stage.
Most points scored today, that would be Joey Logano, and now they're going to push him back into the stall. He had scored 18 stage points to this. They did not get the left rear tight for Logano. Going to lose a ton of track position here. He said it was turning fine, 2 free on exit. Good catch by the pit crew, but they're going to lose a lot of position.
Poet restart zone. Let's go. This is stage 3 of the Iowa Corn 350 powered by Ethanol. Ryan Blaney, who had a very speedy end to stage 2, worked his way up from 11th to 8th. Now he leads this field down the backstretch here at Iowa.
Blaney continues to be loose on the start of these runs. Bell making a look at him.
Elliott up high, virtually 3 wide. Christopher Bell gets a little wriggly off turn 4. Here comes William Byron, defending race winner. Ty Gibbs and Ross Chastain in the mix. AJ Allmendinger in that red and white 16 down low for calling. He's on the inside of Chase Briscoe. When we were in that last stage break, there was some interesting radio aboard the 11 Progressive Toyota Camry of Denny Hamlin. Have a listen.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I got half the brake that I'm supposed to have, so I can't charge in, have any idea where my pedal's at. So it's making me free.
So when he says have no idea where my pedal is, what he's saying is that when you're a driver and you lift off the gas and you go to that brake pedal and you have immediate friction, the car starts to slow down, all that's predictable. You know what's going to happen. But when you lift off the gas and there isn't the brake pedal, you don't know when that friction is going to start building as you push the pedal to the floor. And it's a very difficult thing to do. Like you don't know if it's going to stop or not. Maybe it goes all the way to the floor and you have no brakes. So Denny Hamlin just cannot attack the corner the way he normally would. It's right there. He's in the gas, drives in the corner really deep. The 12 beats him on corner exit when he does that. I believe he's just trying to position himself, try to get side by side with the 12. There he is. Now what can he do with him?
Oh, and he's got some indecision now. Can he get to the outside of the 12? He's there. He's there. I think he can stay there at corner exit. He does.
What a great job.
Wow,
Showed
what
the bottom,
move.
showed the bottom, showed the bottom.
Go to the top.
Yeah, then Blaney started protecting the bottom a little bit. Bell said, you gave me exactly what I wanted. That is 2 Incredible race car drivers right there. That was fun to watch.
Christopher Bell to the lead of the race.
An expected pit stop for the 9 of Chase Elliott. Remember, he stayed out on older tires, so he now needs the entire field to pit under green for this strategy to work. Speed.
Oh, a moment for both Blaney and Gibbs. It looked like Gibbs was going to capitalize on Blaney's moment, and then the 54 had one.
He looked like he was down the street at Knoxville in the 360 wing sprint right there, chasing that thing tail to the right.
Just ran through it.
Joseph Best ran through it. They must have thought there was something on the track, maybe, I heard. But, man, that was a big wiggle for the 54.
That's what it looked like for Ty Gibbs.
They both got loose.
Well, then we heard him say we both just ran through it. I don't know if he means something on the track or interesting. Maybe it's one of the seams on the track. Maybe it's an error situation. I mean,
oil down, dude.
Oil. Ty Gibbs filled his fluid on the racetrack.
Well, let's see. He's going to go right back where he was, trying to make a pass.
He stays away from that seam, stays lower than what he was before,
what a corner.
and capitalizes and passes Ryan Blaney for second place.
A power pass.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't take multiple laps. He just rolled the bottom.
Let's take you back a moment ago to show you the Busch Light smooth pit stop on a day where there's been so many mishaps. How about this one, Steve?
And what a job by the gas man. He needs to be efficient and instant plug in a clean right side tires. I'm going to give credit to Tyler Allen. He made some difficult calls over the summer to score stage points at some of the road courses. That has locked him in the chase. That lets him gamble in moments like this. As you see on the 20, who has a nice 4-tire stop, but the extra 2 tires, no match for the 54 on pit road. But will they be the answer on the racetrack?
Well, he's got track position, but does he have enough speed to hold him off? The last lap, Bell was about 1/10 of a second faster than the 54.
Oh, that gap has closed considerably. Past Austin Hill in the 33 goes Ty Gibbs, but his teammate is storming. We spoke earlier in this broadcast about the growth and the maturation of Ty Gibbs, the 23-year-old from Charlotte, who has been through so much, personally and professionally. But to handle this pressure from somebody like his teammate, Christopher Bell, this has been impressive, but it's not over yet. He doesn't have that victory yet. There's 2 laps to go, and Bell is relentless. Here he comes again, all over the back of his younger teammate.
All right, what's Bell going to do here? I think you got to go back to the bottom. It's been the most effective for him. Yes, right there. Can he throttle up? Can't quite get it done.
This track is only 7/8 of a mile, and there's 1 lap left. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Brad Keselowski there for Ty Gibbs to negotiate, and Christopher Bell. It's going to come down to the final 2 turns and the run to the line. It was an epic moment at Bristol Motor Speedway earlier this year when Ty Gibbs finally got his first win. Forget that first, he's now got 2. Ty Gibbs wins in Iowa.